You know we back, right? Clear the streets out.
Jerome Fandle.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Gang, gang. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Okay, this is Terminal X Esk8 Con 2022 Squad Ride voiceover. Here we go. So, in this video, we start off in the second half of the night of the Esk8 Con group ride. The large group ride, the convoy, if you will, had already happened and finished, and we had just finished charging, and me, Morgan Brady, aka at 18S Proto, and eBoard Brandon, who you may know from Evolve and ChiBattery Systems. We just wrapped up charging and talking with two very special people at a bar. And one of them was Eric from Shredlights. Had a great conversation with him, and he split off to head back to his hotel for the night. So we were with our other guest of the night, Sawyer Reynolds, who is the leader of LA Esk8, and we decided to do a final squad ride, kind of a little Vegas strip bomb, kind of make a detour on the way back to our hotel and Airbnbs. Oh, shit. So we kicked it off from the bar, and we were still in kind of like the downtown local Vegas area, where it's not the strip, but it's still central Vegas. So much more local and much more of a familiar downtown city vibe. So right off the bat, we definitely felt the energy coming from the crowd as we're gliding through the streets, and a lot of close contact with cars. It felt very similar to riding through Chicago or New York City. Nothing really new there. Just being vigilant. Thankfully, we're all very proficient riders, and the other three in the squad, Sawyer, Brandon, and Morgan, are fantastic riders. So it was natural for them. So we had a really good first lap there in that squad ride as we made our way towards the Vegas Strip. Now, once we got towards the Vegas Strip, you'll quickly notice that the speed of the cars around us increased. The street widens on the Vegas Strip, which gives the cars a lot more room to spread out and lower traffic, right? But it also means that the cars can go faster, which is tricky in a downtown area on e-boards. And yeah, we were going faster. These guys can go 40. I was in the 30s behind them, but these cars are not messing around. And we're dodging and weaving as best as we can, and going through what red lights that are safe to go through. But to be honest, running red lights in Vegas was really tough. It's not as natural as it is in other cities, where you just kind of flow with the traffic and kind of pick your bike lane and just go with it. There are no bike lanes on the Vegas Strip. You're with the cars, and these cars are all going 40, and most of these people are tourists, which means that they're not necessarily used to city driving. They're used to open roads. They might be from a rural area. Vegas is the dream city for them. So and Vegas doesn't have a lot of public transportation, so everybody's in a car and everybody's trying to go fast, which can make that Vegas Strip riding a little bit more dicey. But we held our own. This wasn't our first time on the Strip. By this point, we had ridden the Strip 3 or 4 times, so we were comfortable with it, but it was late in the night, and we're having the time of our lives, going from red light to red light and just kind of, slamming down the throttle as hard as we can, and really enjoying that tight-knit squad ride that, people love to enjoy versus like a larger convoy ride. Because with a larger convoy, yeah, you have this camaraderie and, this gang and mob mentality that's a lot of fun, and I enjoy it. But the squad rides are special because it's more intimate, and you still look out for each other, but you have more space between you. You go faster. You're more efficient. You can, make your way through traffic a lot easier, and still build amazing memories. And of course, that's what we were doing. And I've ridden with all 3 of those guys before in my past, and it was an absolute pleasure to ride with them. And a couple special moments of that night, 3 that I can think of. The first was that Sawyer was Naruto running on his skateboard. So if you've ever seen Naruto, he had his arms tucked behind his back and was just full yeeting himself down the Vegas Strip, which wasn't anything really new, except that he was looking back at us laughing, and he forgot that a Suburban was not parked in front of him, but a Suburban was stopped in front of him, and he almost yeeted himself through their back window into the passenger seat. He was going that fast. He had to slam on his brakes to stop from smashing into the ass of that Suburban. So that was pretty funny, and I noticed it, and I definitely made fun of him for it later. But overall, Sawyer's one of the best riders in the world, period. So I wasn't too worried about him. But no, we were all having a great time, and you know, enjoying the strip as much as we can. It's obviously a little bit more dicey, and one of the things about it being dicey is that you attract more attention, right? So you're attracting the attention of these cars. They probably don't like you. A lot of these people, like I said, are from out of town. They're on vacation, so they might have never seen an electric skateboard before, and their initial reactions are usually either neutral or negative. The people on the sidewalks love you. For them, you're part of the Vegas atmosphere of just crazy and wild things. You know, they're seeing these people on like gliding hoverboards from Tron or whatever. They're encapsulated. The car's not as big of a fan, so occasionally you get a honk or a threat from a driver. And yeah, the Vegas Strip is not built for electric skateboards, so you just kind of roll with it. And it's really good to have a high-powered board so you can keep up. And AT wheels are a must. But yeah, from that point on, the second main event of that evening was was basically we were rolling right down the middle of the Vegas Strip. I mean, smack dab in the middle. And turns out I see a cop car with lights on behind us, and I can't remember if he started yelling at us through the speakerphone of the police car, or if he just like skirted right over and hopped out of the car. But either way, his voice was very demanding and threatening, and very later we found out he was nervous for us. But when he got out, he was not happy with us, to say the least.
You guys, all of you, in front of my car right now.
He got out and he was like, "Stop right now." He's like, "Pull over to the side of the road, and I'm going to talk to each one of you individually."
What I want you guys to do, just go inside and follow my car. I'm going to talk to you guys in front. Okay.
You're from the state of Michigan? They're legal in the state of Michigan.
No. They're legal in LA too. For a second, I thought you guys were going to run. That's why I started yelling. So, what's up?
Yeah, we were literally just on our way home.
On your way home? Where's home?
Well, they're two of them are staying in the MGM, and then two of us are staying in an Airbnb.
Yeah. Okay.
There's like a convention for these, like specific, like for like electric boards in Vegas.
The whole weekend, it's an electric skateboard convention.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, did someone specifically tell you guys can have these riding down Las Vegas Boulevard?
No one's. I mean, there was like a whole like ride down here earlier this evening, but
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We're going based on precedence.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm almost like 99% certain like these things are not allowed.
I got you.
Is there like, you guys have like specific like regulations against it or something? Yeah. In like every other state
more or
so
less
far.
a safety hazard.
Oh, okay.
You know, you guys were riding around, at least from what I saw, I didn't see any lights on them, so any forward-facing or rear-facing lamps.
Oh, we all got lights.
We all have lights.
Were they activated at the time that you guys were riding?
Yeah.
Yeah. Every single one.
Yeah, his actually glows underneath too.
Okay. Yeah, so I saw that,
Yeah.
but I didn't see any front or rear-facing lights.
I get it.
So you guys are here for a convention?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So there's like there's like a go-kart, one of the go-kart sections, like it's like all rented out. We've got like races tomorrow at that go-kart track.
Really?
Like it's like a whole, there's like hundreds of people in town for it. Yeah, we weren't trying to be like dicks or anything.
Sorry about that.
In all like the cities we're from, like this is,
Yeah.
like for instance, we're from Chicago, the three of us ride alongside the police all the time and they're just cool with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think it's just have IDs on you?
Yeah.
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 Cool, you giving these guys rolling down the boulevard. Like, what is this?
Do you need it out or you could just look at it?
There's really nowhere else to like go and get,
Yeah, like especially down, like being on the strip, there seems like no other, like, I wish y'all had like bike lane infrastructure.
I know. And that's like the problem, because we don't have anything down
Yeah,
in the
so for us it's kind of like, well, we don't really know where else to go besides like going to where we're going.
We're homeless, and we are conscious about like, we don't want to get hit. That is like
something we do not
So
want.
I'm more happy to know that you guys aren't out here intentionally trying to cause a problem, because that was the main reason I was stopping you guys. Because if you knew how many unregistered dirt bikes that we have that come down here on the boulevard just trying to cause traffic problems,
That sounds pretty terrible.
That's
No,
actually
sir.
a problem in Chicago as well.
Yeah.
So I am familiar with that.
so
Yeah.
I'm not going to write you guys any citations. I'm not going to do anything crazy like that. I just wanted to talk to you guys at first.
For sure.
Whenever I first rolled up, I guess my lights weren't activating. That's a problem with my car. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good.
You know what?
I think we all thought you were talking to like one of us, like we did something, like cut someone off or didn't know. So we were all like looking like, which one?
Yeah,
And
like,
all of us
yeah.
were like, oh, okay, sorry.
Maybe we're ignorant to the laws of Vegas. What do you know? What could you tell us about what?
As for these, I honestly don't know what this thing's classified as, because it's not a skateboard, but it's also a motorized device. That it's a motorized vehicle. That
Most, and honestly,
electric. And they don't go that fast.
yeah, and we tried to stay, unless there was like crazy traffic, we tried to stay in like only the right lane and just like stick to a single lane.
You know,
Where I'm from in Michigan, they're actually legalized in the state of Michigan.
Are they?
Yeah.
LA too.
Yeah.
registered or?
Yeah. No, you don't register them.
If as long as it's like within like a certain class of like, it's just like they just call it a personal electric vehicle or personal like electric transportation.
80% of the rules are the same as a bicycle.
Yeah.
You can go about 40 miles.
No, we just stop the sign.
Which is crazy.
Are bicycles allowed on the strip?
Yeah, like what do you?
Are bicycles allowed on the strip?
The biggest thing about bicycles on a strip is just as long as it's not like hogging up the lanes or cutting actual vehicles off or just being reckless, like doing wheelies and shit like that.
For sure.
And it's not like
That was
no
my
real big
initial
deal.
concern, because I'm thinking, oh my god, I got some guys going down the boulevard that are going to do some crazy things.
You happen to pull over probably the foremost responsible of us, so.
Yeah, I would say that I can't speak so highly of everyone who's here, but we try to keep our shit together.
Sorry.
I mean, you guys are like kind of the cooler crowd of people I've stopped for this kind of thing. You guys at least like know your law, you know, like at least it's okay where you guys come from. So I'm not here to hem you up on it, especially if you guys are here for a convention for it.
Yeah.
So
No more electric skateboarding.
See what I mean? See what I mean?
see, like things should be more like him.
Right? Oh my god.
That was amazing. Please tell me, are you still trying? Yes, you are.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure.
What kind of GoPro you got?
What's that?
Pretty nice.
It's a Hero 5. It's actually very old. Yeah. I primarily use it for like if there is ever a confrontation with the motor vehicle. It's just insurance, really.
Yeah, no, that's a smart
It's,
idea. to have that. Yeah, no, I'm good.
Hey, don't let this guy give you a hard time.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What's up? I mean,
We're just trying to get.
So
Yeah, we're actually about to
do they all
cross.
have rear-facing lamps that you guys can show me really quick.
I just have the flashing things on my helmet. I actually gotta get
as
some.
long as
Yeah.
you guys got that.
I've got a flashing light that I point behind me.
You're like to the rear of the group and you got that one little rear one, I don't care. I just want to make sure you guys don't get hit out here, because we have some of the worst drivers in the state.
Oh, yeah, no, we've fucking noticed.
We've picked up on that.
Getting run over.
No, yeah,
Amen.
it's definitely been an exercise of avoidance.
Yeah, you guys are good to go. Appreciate
Okay.
you guys talking
Thank you.
to me.
Thank you, sir.
Sorry about that little roll of it.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
I'm here for a second. You guys just stood there. I'm like, these guys are about to run up. Get over here.
Oh my god.
Hey, take care, guys.
Thank you, sir. Have a good night.
Have a good night. Be safe.
Have a good one, guys.
And so the officer kind of bid us farewell and said be safe, and so we appreciated that, and we promptly skirted out of there as fast as possible.
Thank fucking god I troubleshooted my GoPro, bro.
Bro, that was priceless. That was so priceless. That whole everything about that was priceless. What the fuck?
Bro, it's funny because everything he said was technically accurate. He's... What's that? Oh, sorry, bro. My bad, my bad. I don't know.
God that he didn't see my lane split. I just decided I'm like, yo, I'm gonna fucking send it.
Or our highly dilated people.
Or our fucking red light runs.
All of our people all the red light runs or the 40-mile-an-hour dogs like passing cars. Bro, all of our people are extremely dilated. That's a DUI, bro.
He's like, I thought you guys were gonna run for a second. And in my mind, I was like, well, I was thinking about run. I was like, I was kind of thinking about it, officer. I'm not gonna lie. And when we all laughed at his dumbass joke at the same time, like pretending to be he was funny. Oh my god.
Oh man, I definitely thought I was like, I couldn't run through so fast.
Also, I'm glad you guys also thought about running. It's like I'm glad we would have all been on the same page. Like if you
When we turned around, I looked up at you because I was gonna like you make a call and I was like, you were like so I was like, yeah, okay.
We wouldn't have beat him on the street, and that sidewalk was fucking packed.
No, I stopped. I was like, oh, I thought about it, and I'm like, we're gonna stay because like we're not gonna.
Yeah, no, I also thought like we're fine.
There's a time and place to run.
And yeah, that was kind of like towards the tail end of the ride, and then the final hurrah of that ride was as we were making our way to the MGM Grand to drop Sawyer off in his room. Morgan yeeted himself over a speed hump. Vegas does not joke around with their speed bumps. These are like mountains. You kind of got to go up a little bit, up this bump. You feel the air get thinner, then you come back down. And he hit that thing really hard on his 18S Prototipo. And I don't remember exactly what the damage was, but it was related to his 3-link trucks, the Stooge trucks. The rear truck, something on them was broken. And we were devastated for, obviously, like, yeah, it sucks that happened to him, but B, he was supposed to race in the morning. And we were just like, what in the world are we going to do? Like, this man's like primary board, his racing vehicle is now like damaged in the middle of Las Vegas, and what we're, so we took it into to the hotel to check it out, and we kind of decided that like it wasn't worth the effort for that night, and we would let Mo Stooge look at it in the morning at Esk8 Con. So yeah, that's, I would say, the overall like start to finish of the ride. Overall, the vibe, when you ride with professional riders, and I call them professional because like they have the experience and the time and the knowledge to call them professional. When you ride with people like that, there's a sense of awe that you get when you're behind them, because you see the years of experience and their legacy kind of all come together, and you see something beautiful as these guys are gliding over air essentially, and really just pushing the edge of the future. They're the tip of the spear. These guys, 18S Proto, Sawyer, Ebor, Brandon, they're, in terms of their experience with Esk8, they're in the niche of the niche. They're content creators, they're engineers, they're group leaders, they're racing champions if you think about Morgan or 18S Proto. So these guys in the Esk8 world, which is already a tiny niche, are the zeitgeist makers, if you will. They're defining Esk8 culture and Esk8 industries through their very presence without them knowing it. And I'm not like calling them like arrogant assholes or anything. I'm not saying they're being pompous about it. I'm just saying it happens naturally. So it was cool to see that in a tangible form, gliding over one of the most iconic streets in America, and just in a happy-go-lucky, like, let's throw down the throttle and give this this night a royal send-off. So it was beautiful to see, and I'm blessed to be able to have witnessed it. And aside from that initial scare with the police officer, which, to be honest, we probably needed, there was nothing but good vibes that whole night. And it was great to see these powerful boards at doing their best, and just to take in the moment and enjoy a beautiful squad ride through like one of America's most iconic skylines and scenes. And overall, it was a magical night, and I'm sure we'll have more in the future with what